Welcome to another special episode of the HiLo cast at Fantastic Fest. It's our final episode. I'm joined by all my best friends in the world. We just got done watching a movie all about best friends. These are my four best buds: Shannon, Paul, and Eric. Guys, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Pretty good.
Hey, buddy. You know, buddies are also a big part of Shin Ultraman.
Are they?
Air buddies.
Buddy, they say, yeah, the air buddies show up to beat, I don't know, Gumuar.
Let's call him Gumuar. Are we streaming? I don't think we're streaming.
No, this is not streaming. We're recording this, and we'll be streaming at a later date.
Good.
I like to look at it. I like to watch me.
You're sick.
It's fun.
You're sick.
I'm
You're
sick. I'm sick, man.
You're
You make me sick, man.
psycho.
Sick, man.
Before we get to, we're talking about two movies tonight: Solomon King and Chop and Steele, both available at Fantastic Fest at home, probably for like 12 more hours. So
Get on it.
Get on it. But let's start with some memories at Fantastic Fest. These popped up on my Facebook memories today.
Ooh.
And see if you can recognize this little dude. It's our good friend Shannon and me at the Viking boat party.
Look at those little babies.
Look at those little dudes. You know, those parties were great. Free booze as much as you want. You get so drunk on that boat, and they had to ship you around the Lake Travis.
Oh man,
A Viking party.
Y'all really did it up on those festivals back in the day.
You had to, man, to get your money's worth.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think back in the day, we got our money's worth by like day 3. I mean, granted, we spent a lot of money on food and stuff too, but you and I, we were balling on a budget back
This
then.
is 2010. This is probably one of my favorite years that we ever went to. There's another memory from that year. Nerdioki. There's friend of the show, Josh and Shannon, and we're singing Mr. Roboto.
Oh, yeah.
At 3 p.m. to an empty room. I believe we also played the Left 4 Dead Alamo Drafthouse mod that day.
I was going to say, this is that year, right? With the kid, we'll never
never see that kid again.
You don't think so? Quick story for everybody. This was the first time they'd really added video games. Josh, of course, a big video game guy, very good at Left 4 Dead. Kind of talks us through. They made a special modded level of the old Highball
and Drafthouse, the whole Lamar Shopping Center.
But it's a 4-player game, so we got to get a ringer. We find this 18-year-old kid whose mom has just dropped him off to hang out.
No. You need to go a lot lower than that. This kid was not
14,
18.
15?
This kid was closer to 14, I think. This was like a middle school kid.
How did was he just assigned to us? I don't remember how we got.
I think he was, because we signed up for that contest. And they go, well, you need 4 people, or this little kid's looking for a group.
This is like that episode of Dahmer. This is his boyfriend. He's an old man.
I go, guys, he's deaf. He's not going to be able to tell anybody what happened.
This is a child, Jay.
Don't worry about it. He's deaf.
Sorry, Alan. You're not caught up.
No. This child won a pair of Onitaka tiger shoes on us because we quickly figured out the best strategy for ganking that game, and everybody copied us after the fact, and they all got high scores, but nobody beat us.
But so anytime we talk to Josh about this, and I wish Josh was on now that we're doing this, we always wonder where that kid was, and I think he was probably at January 6th.
Wow, you think so? In those shoes?
I mean, I think I was going to go darker and say like a school shooter, but it seems a little rude.
No, he was a nice kid. He was a good kid. We after we won, we won money too. I think we didn't like $150 or some shit each.
But it was like a gift card. It was like a draft house voucher.
So like
we
instantly went and ate a big brunch at the Highball. We said, "See you later, kid." Thanks for.
But he hung out with us. We went bowling with him too.
We went bowling.
You went bowling with a 13-year-old boy.
It's a lot like the new Netflix series Dahmer.
Dude, groomers weren't a thing back then. Yeah.
No, you could just be friends with a 14-year-old kid for a couple hours.
It was encouraged. Have you ever heard of Big Brothers Big Sisters? That's all that is.
What do you make of the situation, Paul?
And Ezra Miller was there. You said
Ezra was there. He's saying some wacko shit.
He's my new god.
Yeah, he's my new guru. Paul, how would you make a situation, Paul, if you were a 14-year-old and 3 grown men invited you to be on their video game team?
Tell us.
Please tell us.
You're throwing a lot at me. I wasn't.
You weren't listening.
Ordering some parts.
You're always building something when we're doing these things.
What are you building?
I don't know if that order went through. I clicked it and it
Ugh.
did the spinner thing, and I don't know if it went.
What were you ordering? 50,000 bolts?
To answer your question, that'd be really weird. Are you asking if I'm the kid or if I'm the adult?
I don't think it was you, man. I'm going to be honest.
Well, no, let's go through both scenarios. So, first, you're the 14-year-old kid. You think it's weird? You think it's cool that these three weird dudes want
When
to play
I was
video
a
games with
kid,
you?
I went on a deep sea fishing trip with my dad, and there's a group of fishermen on this boat we were on, and I got seasick. I was real young. I was probably 14. And so I went inside and I fell asleep at a table. And when I woke up, I was surrounded by adults I didn't know.
Oh my
And they were like having lunch. And it was really weird.
This
I was
story
still
is great.
sick. I don't remember how that ended, but that's just not a situation you ever want to be in. It's just not.
Nope.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, this situation was nothing like that, Paul.
I thought you just said it was like a 14-year-old with like 3 adults, right?
Yeah, but we never got sick.
Did we forget to mention he fell asleep?
When he woke up, we were all eating lunch.
Surrounding him eating sandwiches.
When he woke up, y'all read that thunderclouds in the middle of the Lamar Plaza.
Man, what a great thunderclouds that was. One of the first I ever went to.
What were they eating, Paul?
I think it was sandwiches.
Fish sandwiches.
It was the crew of the boat. I hadn't even really seen them much.
Oh, I thought you were with your dad's friends.
And I think it was one of those bigger boats. I mean, this was deep sea, and I think I fell asleep.
Like a lower decks down below situation.
On the cruise table, because it was like padded and stuff. It was like the nice table, but it was like the cruise table. And so they just had their lunch around me. They didn't move me.
Wow. What
I guess it'd be the same thing with this situation. Like you can't.
Same exact thing.
You still do whatever y'all were going to do, but now there's this 14-year-old there.
That's how it was. And then he left and we never saw him again.
And
I think he even said he's going to come back the next day and look for us. And we went and saw movies.
I was out of there. I didn't want to get labeled a groomer.
So there you go.
He fell asleep and I got out of there.
I ate a big sandwich right over his face.
While he was asleep, I said, "You guys can stick around until he wakes up. I'm not gonna. I'm out."
So let's talk about our first movie here. We watched Solomon King. I'm gonna play the trailer for it. We all woke up on a boat. Everybody was eating. I go, "Where's my sandwich?" I said. But it's like I guess a found 80s blaxploitation movie.
It was great. I had a good time watching Solomon.
This was fantastic.
It was very fun.
I watched 5 of these Solomon King movies, and there should have been 5.
Absolutely. Here, let's play the trailer, and then we'll talk a little bit about it because I really did enjoy it. We were talking during Birdemic 3 how we wanted a actor, writer, producer, and we got it. The Solomon King with the character of Manny, the real life brother of the actor who plays Solomon King.
Fantastic.
Okay. Right? Who wants to know?
Who wants to know?
This song plays so much throughout the movie.
Bam, bam.
What the hell you guys doing calling me? Next time I pick him up, blow your damn.
Immediately I start laughing.
This is government business. Government.
That's Manny.
I want to watch it again watching the trailer.
Yeah, right. You know there's some stuff that we just totally missed. I mean.
Yeah. Totally.
Are you shot again?
I want you to kill him.
You shot again.
Quickly, without mercy.
It looked like someone threw a dummy on those guys.
Don't you suckers know that the days of Uncle Remus
Love the word sucker.
Black Joe is gone?
It is a good one.
What do you make of these blood effects, Eric? Pretty good?
People just don't listen to a damn thing.
Right. Blood's way too bright.
The
But
king and the prince
reads,
should be
man.
killed. Killed.
Kill.
Giving a lot away in this trailer.
I mean, good old trailers, that's how they used to do it, right?
Oh my God.
You know, I've always told you, as long as you live and your ass plank to the ground, when you lose your head, your ass goes with it.
What they
Well, there
say.
you go. That's Solomon King. Shot in Oakland in the 70s. The guy, like I said, Sal Watts, he wrote and directed, produced it. Every location is a business that he owns. So it's strictly a man with a plan to make a movie. That's you think it's like a Shaft ripoff or is predate Shaft, I wonder.
I mean, I wonder if he was more inspired by Dolomite, because that, I mean, if you got, we watched the Eddie Murphy movie, and like that was the first version of that, kind of an entrepreneur doing their own thing.
This movie really felt like, you know, the real life Eddie Murphy, whatever the character Eddie Murphy was playing in that movie. I can't even think what his name was, but like his movie was not Dolomite, man. His movie was the same way. Like he shot it himself. And I don't look
shoestring budget, had money from another endeavor. Although he was still in comedy. He had the Party record. He was still a comedian and stuff. So
yeah,
he wasn't
like
an entertainer.
He had no kung fu experience, nothing like that. You know.
I mean, this guy is 70s African American. Neil Breen down to he's a realtor.
Yeah, he owns a lot of businesses.
He's got some extra money laying around. He decides, hey, I want to be good.
It was Dolomite. You know what, Shannon? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have corrected.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know the actors. The guy that plays Dolomite. I feel bad. I don't know his name.
It's Rudy Ray Moore is his name.
There you go.
So this movie has a lot, and honestly, it really. I mean, Black Dynamite's a parody of all these movies. So many scenes felt like Black Dynamite, like just a static shot on a brightly lit room.
Were you able to find out any more? Because I know you had said that or that little blurb in the guide says that it was lost to the ages. There were no prints of this, and they got it from like literally the estate or like his widow or something, right?
Well, this was the world premiere at Fantastic Fest this year, and they did. It was Deaf Crocodile was the company who restored it, and they did get help from Sal Watts' widow, who had some of the soundtrack pieces still in her closet.
So like Vinegar Syndrome or somebody's gonna distribute this, right? Like it'll get like the New York Ninja.
I think so. I mean, this is not the first time that the Draft House has done this. You remember that Jungle Trap movie that was like, oh, here's an old VHS that we've never been shown before. This is the guy's first time watching it.
I think the VHS is in a box behind me. Yeah, my copy of Jungle Trap.
I'm just waiting for a VCR to show up in my life so I can finally watch it. Paul, what did you think of Solomon King? I fell asleep. Everybody grab a sandwich.
I was ordering.
Did the order go through?
I ordered some major parts during that movie. It was a good movie, though. I don't remember much about it, but it was good.
You remember there was a white guy as a Middle Eastern guy? His only reason he wore a turban.
Yeah, I mean, he was the main character, I thought.
You thought he was the main character?
Yeah, he was Solomon King.
He's the main guy.
He's Solomon King. Yeah, that's right.
I'll just say one thing. Movies have come a long way. I mean, even comedies today, even if that movie wasn't intended to be a comedy, just movies today are great compared to that, I think. They've come a long way.
What would you compare this movie to, Paul?
Today's movie. What could this movie be if it was made today?
Oh man, y'all are trying to trap me.
I was gonna say Spider-Man: No Way Home.
I'm just asking a question. I'm not trying to trap you. I'm genuinely interested in this line of question, this thought. Yeah.
When Manny showed up the second time, it was like when Andrew Garfield came through that portal.
We all cheered.
We couldn't stop screaming.
He picked up the hammer.
I felt it. If you were to remake this movie, who would you cast? Maybe Kevin Hart?
No, I don't think
Kevin Hart.
Gotta be.
I think who would really be good as the Solomon King role? Craig Robinson would kill.
Oh
it.
yeah.
He's got to be a schlubby guy because Sal Watts is a heavyset guy. He does his own stunts.
Schlubby.
There's a lot of cuts in between the stunt.
Pretending to do karate and shit. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's got a great soundtrack. It's got weird sex things going on. It's a lot of fun.
It's all the stuff you want in one of these.
Happening.
Oh yeah, a lot of greasy individuals. The guy in the greasy red suit. I don't know his name.
I think everyone in the 70s was just greasy and sleazy looking.
They're all coked up and sweating their balls off.
Mm-hmm.
And dancing the disco till the night went down. Eric, you liked it overall?
The disco duck.
I loved it. I mean, like just watching that trailer again was making me excited. I was like, I hope I get to watch that again one day. That's a great movie.
I mean, it's gonna get some love. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think you go to the effort of restoring that if you're not going to release it in some capacity for sure.
I think it would have been really fun in a theater. Like,
Absolutely. I mean, I think everything we've watched would have been better in the theater with a huge crowd of people. That goes without saying. And that's the best thing about the draft. I mean, the Fantastic Fest is that it's a very in tune crowd to what they're there to see for. And they would, laugh at the right moments. And
right.
You do miss that from an old 2010 when me and my friend wore Viking hats on that boat. We laughed and laughed.
That little kid fell asleep.
Laughing and laughing.
That little kid fell asleep and go, lunchtime.
What movie's next? We're doing People's Joker?
Yeah, we got a special copy of People's Joker. I liked it when Mr. Freeze showed up.
Is that the one that got pulled?
Yeah, but the actress who is in the People's Joker, she came to the Draft House and did Fantastic Feud.
They let her come. Yeah, they I believe I'm saying it right. I hope they identify as she, I hope.
I believe yes. And
I don't want to fuck that up.
What was the drama with the People's Joker? Why couldn't they do it? Why couldn't they?
As soon as they
or at where was it? It was at TIFF.
It had its premiere at TIFF.
It got to play one time, and they immediately had a cease and desist from Warner Brothers.
An aspiring clown grappling with her gender identity combats a fascistic Cape Crusader.
Oh,
so this is woke sick as fuck.
I'm glad you chimed in on this, Paul. Why is it woke sick? I want to know what woke sick means and why this is woke sick. We're getting to the bottom of this.
Hold on. This has Scott Aukerman and Tim Heidecker in it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of good people because
Odenkirk's in it.
She worked on Tim and Eric's stuff. Like she's done a lot of interesting stuff. So I'm sure it's interesting. At least I'm sure it's funny.
Wait, who's this actress? I gotta look her up. Let's go. I'm gonna look it up.
Look up the People's Joker.
But you turn on your VPN or else Warner Bros. Is going to shut it down.
Yeah, Warner Bros. Is going to. Oh, I can put the trailer on. You want to watch the trailer?
Yeah, it's on
Warner Brothers will delete all of your content from every movie you've ever made.
If you Google it, a copy of Batgirl will show up on your computer, and you have no choice but to watch.
You'll get swatted.
Sarah Sherman plays Lorne Michaels in it.
That's funny. I love Sarah Sherman. She is the best part of new SNL.
Scott Aukerman is Mr. Freeze. What? Dave Liebhart? This looks amazing.
I have not watched this trailer yet, so here we go. Let's put it on. Let's see what Paul thinks.
Where are you?
I'm back in Arkham. Some people call me the Spade.
Back in Arkham.
Oh boy.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about how you've been feeling lately?
Was I born in the wrong body?
What do you see?
Some call me the gangster of love.
Crane. Hush, little one. You'll be Mama's happy little boy in no time.
As far back as I could remember, I always wanted to be a Joker.
How are you settling into the city?
Things are great. I've met a ton of great people, ton of friends.
Have you found work?
I'm
cool peeps.
Stand-up comedy. I'm gonna be a comedian.
I like that.
Screw you, babe.
Here's a pro tip. A lot of good comedy comes from stuff that actually happens to you. It gets good laughs.
I always thought my life was kind of a tragedy.
You were mentally ill. I got you help.
You were mentally ill. I'm mentally ill. You were mentally ill.
And it is.
Let's give a warm round of applause for Joker the Harlequin.
Bear Drew.
How would they? I don't understand where the. Can't you just say parody and be clear?
They have said that.
And that's usually enough with this shit. I like that it's parodying like a lot of different Jokers too.
That's about every Batman it looked like.
I'm not going to teach you how to be funny today. I'm going to teach you how to be honest.
Any movie with David Lieberhart's okay with me. I'll say that much.
If I've watched
could be
6 live songs of his.
So now that you've seen the trailer, Paul, what do you think of the People's Joker?
It looks like it could potentially be a disaster of a movie.
Here she is at the Fantastic Feud. She got to dress up as the Joker, so that's awesome.
I don't know. It looks like it's a disaster. Like, I don't know.
Well,
It doesn't look like anything I'd watch.
Well, good
It
thing
was
they didn't
supposed-
show it.
It was supposed
What
to
do
be
you what do you think? So if
yeah.
that movie was made today, what do you think it would be?
That movie was made today.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Paul.
That movie was made in the 70s.
What are the parts for? Are you building robots? Tell me.
It's a secret. I'll tell you. One of these days, in some future Halloween, we'll all get together and you'll see what I've made.
If you're building a
You'll-
Tesla bot,
You'll see my creation.
If you're building a Tesla bot, you're going to get a cease and desist from Musk.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna like that.
You can't do it.
He's shooting himself in the foot. I don't know if you saw what he said about Ukraine, but it was total bullshit.
He goes, send the
Anyway.
people's Joker over there. The next good
You
on
might
the
as
next
well Grimes while you're at it.
my friend Solomon King can take care of the question.
So Chop and
Elon,
Steele.
shut up. Chop and Steele, a documentary about the creators of the Found Footage Festival. And honestly, I didn't realize these guys were the ones responsible for all the viral morning news show things. So Joe
Same.
Pickett, Nick Pruer.
So the big deal, I was ordering stuff, but like it seemed like the big deal of the movie was they pissed their pants, and like that was the mistake. They went too far, right?
Well, no, Paul. I don't think that was the message at all. I can't imagine what you were ordering while we were supposed to be watching this movie.
I thought that was like the climax of the show was them pissing their pants at America's Got Talent, right?
That is the climax. Like that is where their antics eventually took them on the national TV, where they pissed themselves in front of the America's Got Talent judge, including Simon Cowell. You know he wasn't happy about that.
And so
they got started with this stuff. Kay Strauss, which I remember watching this shit when it fucking happened.
Yeah, no, on Hometown
That's
this
right. Kay
Actor
Strauss,
Mark-
good morning. Thanks
Mark
for coming
Probst
on.
pretending
Thank
to
you.
be a
How are you?
yo-yo
Good.
expert.
And you go around to schools with yo-yos and show demonstrations, and you have a goal behind all this.
Yeah, I go around. I've been teaching kids about the environment. Actually, I've only been in one school so far, and I'll be honest, it didn't go so hot. In fact, it was literally a major disaster correction without me.
There you go.
I
Same
got
one.
Yeah.
brain fart.
Yo-yo
See some
move.
yo-yoing.
See, you have the up and down,
Okay.
Okay, pretty basic.
Uh-huh.
and then
Oh,
Oh, you're right.
Okay, let's do it.
Have you never seen these, Eric?
I've never seen those.
They're so good.
There's a lot of them. They're all on YouTube. Kay
I
Strauss.
mean,
is what it's
he
called.
was on like 15 morning shows. Like,
Just like
Oh, yeah,
local morning shows like that.
yeah.
And in the documentary, they talk about like how this catapulted him to like stardom instantly. Like The Office called and wanted him to be an actor on their show, like as soon as they saw
wow.
the video. And then like they offered one of the guys a writing job, and he did not take it. He'd rather do things like this. So they continue pranking morning shows like as different segments, and eventually that evolves to Chop and Steele, which is the title of the movie, which is two fake workout men. I got a little clip of that too, and then we can talk all about it.
I do know Chop and Steele. Shannon showed me them.
I've never seen it. You did this kind of like your Gil Sanders thing. So I'm not calling you a ripoff artist, but
That is
Kind of is like Gil Sanders, yeah.
maybe they ripped you off.
From just stuff you
Hey.
find
Maybe they do.
around your yard or whatever.
I'm sending him a cease and desist.
actually speak louder than them.
You can't make me a joker.
right now. And we're gonna go. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3.
They're hitting tennis rackets currently.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
We found some sticks actually in your parking lot, and
This is all it takes.
we're gonna reverse roles here.
Okay.
I'm Chop, but this time he's gonna be doing the chopping.
And these are, normally you say don't try this at home. Go ahead and try these at home.
Okay.
1,
All right, perfect.
2, 3.
Oh man! So having worked on a morning show a lot of my life, it is very easy for these kind of things to get through the cracks.
I distinctly remember you like partying with us all night and like being inebriated when you went, had to go to work. And it's not like you were on camera, but still. But there was specifically one time where like you had to go, and then that day they were just eating donut burgers, and that was like today we're trying donut burgers, and it was like,
Yep, I
I
had
mean,
one of
first off,
those.
disgusting to have to eat that at 6 a.m. to begin with.
And I'll tell you that it was HEB donuts, so
I'm sure
not good.
there was
Not
you couldn't get Krispy Kreme back then.
Oh no, he had HEB and he had the Korean place across the street.
Yeah,
and they weren't open.
Chipley's and Donut King #2.
Isn't there a restaurant in Austin where that's a feature item on the menu? Like
Yeah, Gordo's. I mean, that's probably around the same time all that started.
Well, yeah, a lot of places do the kind of the heart attack donut burger thing. I think. Yeah.
But that was a real quote unquote chef. She was just a woman who did private cooking and got to be on the morning show.
But she kept falling, right?
She kept falling. And when I took that donut burger, it was a big cow turd. And they're like, what is this? What's the game plan here?
Now, when we went on Judge Mathis, because I feel like we can't not say this.
We famously went on Judge Mathis.
We did a whole episode about
I'll
it.
tell people about that till this day on movie sets, and they are so impressed.
Do you really? Did you tell Sean Penn about it?
I told Sean, and he said, "Let me do it." He screamed at me.
He goes, "I'll do it. I'll go on Mathis.
I could be on Mathis. I could be on his podcast."
He
right
goes,
now.
"I did it first.
I'll do some insensitive stuff. That's probably not okay nowadays." But I did it. So do you, again, because I won't rehash the whole thing, but we did go on. It's not as difficult as it sounds. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. Awesome prank. But a lot of it seems to be fake.
Do you remember what the inspiration for that was?
It was a Cracked article, right? That we had read, I had read?
A Cracked article about some other guy who pranked his way onto a court show. And we can do that. Sure enough.
But he has done it numerous times. That's the other thing is he does he waits for the non-disclosure to reset. Because I think you and I had to sign it at least a 2-year will not compete. We can't go on any other court shows clause, which is so funny to think about.
And in the doc.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Eric, please.
Oh, y'all should just do it again right now, soon.
Yeah, it's been 12 years. Why not do it again?
Yeah.
I think it would be very funny. And Greg, isn't Judge Mathis still in the air?
I believe. Well, he's definitely got. I would like to get on this podcast, honestly. There we are.
He filled my orange juice carton full of milk. He put a picture of a male anatomy on my computer.
A male anatomy.
I put his name.
It was big, apparently.
A gay website. His mate kept calling me.
Looking for a guy to show me a good time. That would provoke some calls.
Eric, you were there in the crowd. Remember, we did a whole episode about this.
Laughing.
Judge Mathis.
But my point was, we were on the Judge Mathis premiere, and I cannot find the listing now, but it was a very highly rated episode. My question is, do you think more people saw us than saw Chop and Steele on America's Got Talent?
Well, I mean, they go to, so I don't want to really spoil what they do on America's, even though Paul kind of did already. They pee themselves on America's Got Talent.
And
it's but it's in the documentary, they're watching it live. And it boils down to a 1.5 second clip, which so many of those shows are like you can go through, 45 minutes of production. And that's in the end, that's all they're going to use because, they only have 40 minutes to fill or whatever.
I mean, we were in front of the cameras under the hottest lights I've ever been under for at least 45 minutes.
It was the same thing. Our segment definitely went longer than that. It was everyone was laughing. And then in the end, they cut a lot of stuff out. We did the whole handshake in the hallway, and they never used that. Which probably, if we were the last case, they would have, but they didn't because we were so juicy. They had to put us right at the front of the season 10 premiere. But this reminded me of that. Honestly, it is fun when you can. That's a bonding. I mean, we're still friends to this day. I think because we did crazy shit like that growing up.
Absolutely,
it's a wild story. These guys do pee them, but I think more people's saw us because they aired our whole episode than saw them pee themselves on that stage. To answer your question.
Well, I'm just even just the episode ratings because nowadays, I mean depending on time frame, I've done.
Eric, chime in. Oh no! Oh wow, that's never happened before.
Well,
we lost Shannon right in the middle of it.
The power of television is interesting, isn't it, guys? Because when you really think about it, these shows are a way for America to escape their mundane, disgusting lives, and we are giving
disgusting.
Them
Well,
Paul's
going to defend life.
What are you talking about? What's wrong, Paul? Do you have an issue with what I said?
I mean, I'm on board with mundane, but disgusting.
I mean,
look how we eat, Paul.
Think about the people who watch Judge Mathis,
the people at home in the middle of the day.
Do we get up early and watch Judge Mathis? Do you, Paul?
No, I've never seen.
The people who watch it are disgusting. Have you seen them?
They're old. They're ugly.
They're old and they're ugly, and they run theaters. I won't say which ones. I'm so sorry. But yeah, what are we talking about? Shannon.
We are talking about
live TV, folks.
Sorry, folks. It's
Live
live
Me,
TV.
me and Paul
Judge
got
Mathis-
got into it.
Yeah, as soon as you left, him and Paul started fighting about if whether or not humans live disgusting lives if they're watching.
I missed it
episode.
out. Oh my goodness.
He targeted Americans specifically.
I targeted Americans who watch daytime court.
I'm sure. Do you think Matthews or what's the name of the judge?
Judge Matthews.
Please, Paul.
Mathers,
Give some
whatever he is.
I need some respect. Yeah, Judge Greg Matthews.
Judge
Do they show him internationally? You think?
I wonder. Let's find out.
Internationally, I wonder. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
Probably.
sure it's syndicated in at the very least in Canada would be my guess.
Canada.
I wouldn't be surprised if it plays in like Mexico and in Spanish.
Well, because no, you're probably
Spanish
right, Paul. Because like I know for sure Judge Judy is. I mean, she's the highest paid television personality of all time, right?
Yeah.
That woman will not quit. I don't understand. My mom still watches her, and it's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did say everyone who watches court shows are
That's
disgusting.
why Paul got so
I wasn't,
offended.
I wasn't talking about anybody's parents.
Paul, did you set your mom up with Freevee? Does she know that she's on Freevee now?
No, I don't know where my mom watches. She only watches Judge Judy. She doesn't watch the Matthews guy.
But Judge Judy is still on. She's still doing new episodes, but she does them on Freevee now.
Oh, they got.
Is that her own channel or her own streaming thing? What is
No,
that?
Freevee is free with ads, Amazon Prime stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
I think.
So if you want, like, say you want to watch a season of Lost, like season 2 of Lost, coming
This is
soon.
how crazy my parents are. They still have a landline, a telephone.
Are you doing your type 5 right now, Paul? Bunch of parents.
What?
You guys got parents like these? My parents still get a landline.
They're watching Judge Judy. Listen, I
You
think
guys
watching
remember what it
daytime
was like
court.
getting on America Online.
Well, but that's why the ratings, again, the ratings for this episode, I'm trying to find the website where I could pull them up because daytime TV ratings for literally Judge Mathis, I looked it up on Wiki. You can't even get episode by episode on Wikipedia because he has over 6,000 episodes.
Yeah, how are you gonna find ratings for a specific
He
episode?
has 6,000 episodes.
I found it when I was trying to search when our episode aired or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was like 10 million plus views because daytime TV.
It was nationwide at least.
And daytime TV, it's on, just sitting on in dentists' waiting rooms and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just on. It's
And
just
this
on.
is before the days of streaming. So I mean,
Exactly.
People watch daytime TV all the fucking time back then to kill time. Now you watch, The Office or.
And I would come up to y'all and been like, "I've seen you before. I know you.
You're the member guy."
I'm staying in a hotel here in Savannah while I work, and I went to get the continental breakfast the other day. Not to eat it, I just went for some free coffee and shit. And I was sitting watching the TV and had daytime television on. I hadn't watched daytime television in real time in probably 16, 17 years. It's been a long time. And I was watching it and I was like, who are these people hosting these shows? The woman who was hosting a show, I'm sorry, this is the only thing I know her from. I had to double take because I was like, is that who I think it is? It was the woman who played Angie Jordan, who played Tracy Jordan's wife on 30 Rock.
Oh yeah, Sherry Shepherd's got a show, all right.
Yeah, and I was like, "What? That's Tracy's wife from 30 Rock." And I had to send Sarah a photo. I was like, "Look who has a daytime talk show."
And that show's already been on for like 6-7 years. Like that show's been on for a while.
It was brand new to me. I was on the floor. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
And doesn't she get a show in 30 Rock?
Yeah, she gets a reality show in 30 Rock called The Queen of Jordan.
That's right. That's right.
I know.
There
more
it
about
is,
her.
Sherry.
There it is. And she was a great.
And look who's on it, Tyra, who was on that America's Got Talent where Chop and Steele peed themselves. What are the odds?
But local daytime news, like they were doing, especially the morning show stuff, is its own. I mean, again, you worked in it, but it's like a comedy of errors every day, especially for these little networks. Because the pay was not great for you guys. if you're any good, the goal is to get the fuck out of there. Like on-camera talent is just trying to go to the next market up. If there's 50 more people watching it in the morning, I want to go there. And then
usually they would drink on set in my small market morning show at 7 a.m. There would be animals there.
But even that, you know what? That's something you were talking about, Eric, watching daytime TV and stuff like that. So I don't do any of that either. But like when I do visit my dad, and he'll have he has all the streaming and stuff too, most of my accounts and passwords and stuff, but constantly getting fucked up for him and shit. And I don't have anything via my way to watch sports or anything. So he'll still, the DTV signal or whatever. So I will routinely watch KAVU 25.
Oh my
when I'm
God,
home, just because I'm like,
I watch it every time I'm home, and it's 6 o'clock.
and my dad always, you're not gonna believe who they got fucking doing the weather now. Like, look at this asshole. Like, it's just always like.
Oh man, the best local news I've seen in a long time is Pittsburgh local news. You will not believe your eyes. This is the
really?
best shit. Oh my God, yeah. Just people getting interviewed about loud traffic outside their neighborhoods and stuff. Just some Pittsburgh dude going like, "Yeah, we got work in the morning. They can't be driving up and down the road and like making all
You can't be driving up and down this road that early.
He's got to know he got kids and he got school in the morning."
So you know what this also made me think of? This Chop and Steele was like, I now work at a TV station here in Austin, and we were duped by John Oliver for a segment on his show. And it was the exact same thing. Like, he had an actor come in and dupe us, even though he misrepresented us on the air. And I'll put that on the podcast right now. He lied on air.
Again, editing, right? I mean, that's the thing, right?
Creative editing. He made it seem like we had it on the newscast, and really it was a commercial, clearly marked as a paid program. Maybe it's dumb to not look into Nazi sex blankets. I wasn't there. I didn't make the call.
It wasn't up to me.
Had we been doing it like we used to do them, me and the crew would have called it out, because that's ridiculous.
But I mean, when that shit's paid, it's paid, right? You take the money and you look the other way usually.
That is the life at these local, even at all these TV stations now. I mean, they're all kind of grasping for air, trying to stay afloat.
Yeah, they got to find content. Like, they're trying to beat out Instagram and TikTok, and like they don't know.
They're not. Like, the only people they're bringing in are still, people who watch television growing up,
right?
Like, watch local news, like 50-year-olds and shit.
I can't strongly recommend it enough. I don't know if we talked about it or if any of you guys watched it, but that Pahrump news thing, that miniseries, that mini doc that HBO did on, like, it's
about Nevada. I watched that.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
one of the last independent stations, like, in the United States, and it's just some of the worst people, worst of the jobs, but they care about it so much, and it's so perfect.
It's great. So Chop and Steele is also about friendships. And I love you guys, all four of you. And Paul, what are you building, man?
Tell me, man.
It's a secret. I can't.
Give us one clue.
When it's done, I'll let you know.
Give us a clue.
What are you guys doing for Halloween? I know we normally we spend Halloween together most years. What are you guys doing? Halloween plans?
I'm giving out candy in our new Victorian house.
I'm wondering if I'm going to have people getting candy, because my neighborhood is only a quarter built. So there's kids.
But do you got kids? Do you see kids in the neighborhood?
Yeah, there's kids in the neighborhood. Some kids just moved in down the street. I go, hey, you want to play a video game?
Yeah,
come here. I'll eat a sandwich over you.
Come fall asleep on this table.
Come here.
My real estate agent, she wanted me to go to your neighborhood to check out houses over there.
Oh, you could have gone, and I could have got $500. Thanks for nothing, man.
Did you guys know
Parma Ranch, right?
It's Parma Ranch, yeah.
The guy
it's nice being a couple blocks away from Allen. You just walk down the.
I'll look after your dog.
The guy who gave us the guy who lent us our money to buy our house,
Mr. Fargo, yeah.
Mr. Fargo. He sent me a very personalized birthday video.
Oh.
Is that a thing that people do?
How was it? Was it sweet or was it kind of weird?
No, it was very nice. It was very sweet and very like personable and just nice. And I was like, this is not a normal thing people do.
We've been getting cards from our realtor. I want to say they might have gotten me a birthday card, but it wasn't like a generic thing. Like it was from the group, but she had signed it or whatever.
But realtors is one thing we haven't heard from our realtors. They cashed their check and they were like, you guys, fuck you guys. But the guy who gave us our
cistern
loan,
assholes.
The loan officer, he has been our best friend. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, because he'll be there if you need a refinance and get another loan.
True. But he's
Don't do
he's
that
a
right
lovely
now.
guy.
Long game.
Well,
The
I'll tell
rates
you
are
this:
sky
we're
high.
there. That is exactly where we're going. He's a lovely guy.
But you said it was a video.
It's a video.
How long was the video?
It was about 20 minutes. It was probably like 30 seconds.
It's a feature
It's a tour. It's a tour of your house while you're sleeping.
Was it?
Hey,
did
nice
you guys
kitchen.
go through like a larger bank, man, or was it? What was it?
It was prime lending. That's what we went through.
Oh wow!
Oh, now this is a mortgage podcast. Right?
I went through Prime Lending too, but I never got a birthday video. I feel really, but she did send me every Christmas. I get a card. Do you get cards?
I get videos from inside my house.
We can. I'm
Be
in the
honest,
walls.
I'm so jealous right now.
We get invites to like all their things. Like they do they have a pumpkin patch coming up or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, free pumpkin. Maybe that'd be worth it.
Maybe I'm dealing with that now that I have the HOA because we have a sunflower festival coming around next week.
Sunflower festival.
And it's just in the little area.
It's in the park that we have in a couple yards from us.
Wait, there's a park. I haven't seen pictures of a park.
There's a giant park and a giant trail around a reservoir. Man, it's huge. Paul's only seen it once. But
This is Paul's prime.
Oh, you
like the park?
Oh yeah, she likes the park. She likes the trail. Paul, you'd have a trail to watch Digidon every day.
I don't know. I got a trail right now. I don't know. Well, Ria's gonna take me out there. I'm gonna check it out.
Hey, buy a house on my street.
So do you make her drive you?
I'm not driving out there. She's gonna.
It's a long drive, Paul. It's about
gas
30
prices.
minutes.
Hell yeah!
At this price, and when's my video?
Yeah.
Hey.
She goes. You're not doing anything, right? You're not gonna buy anything. We're going out here for no reason, correct?
Well,
I want to make a video of you.
I had a pie, but I will throw it away if you're telling me you're not actually gonna buy a house.
She sent me this long text about it. In October, the houses there, they're gonna drop the price a little bit because the housing market is starting to turn around in Austin. So
it's spooky. People are worried about spooky season. They're worried about ghosts. They're worried about prime mortgage rates.
Listen, this is HiLo Mortgage Podcast, and Paul, I'll tell you this place is gonna have an elementary school and a high school within the neighborhood.
Because if we had
big money.
If we had a mortgage podcast that taught 30-somethings how it fucking works, it would be off the charts.
I would be useless. I signed my life away.
Yeah, how great would it be? We just go, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't understand any of it. They asked for a lot of paperwork. Every time I thought I was done, they wanted more paperwork.
Honestly,
I'm in over my head. I'm very stressed out.
Gun to my head right now, I cannot name my loan company or my mortgage company.
They wanted so much bullshit about Katie's student loans. And it was like, here, this one, there's $7 left. We need proof that you're paying this $7. And we kept telling them, Uncle Joe's going to take care of it. Uncle Joe's.
He's got the $7. He
I'm not paying for my last grand of student loans. They can eat it.
Joe can eat it with a big fork. I'm glad if you've made it this far into the Fantastic Fest episode, just the mortgage talk. Congratulations!
Welcome to the mortgage and student loan corner of our podcast.
But Paul perked right up, right? Paul's in it again.
We started talking mortgages. You know, Paul, we started paying more on the principal, Paul, to get our mortgage down a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's the trick.
Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen?
Your house fully paid off, Paul?
Oh, for years, man. Yeah.
I would never move.
Never
Even if they drop a bomb right above your head, Paul, don't move.
That's why I'm freaking out about everything else going on in the world.
Because
I lose this house, I have to start over.
That's a good point.
Well, if you're wondering if it's time to buy property, come to the right place. Tune in next week.
We talk our favorite local properties in Pittsburgh.
Next week we're gonna be driving down to Monessen, PA, to show you the fire factory.
To show you where to
buy the night fire train that comes by.
Well, let's stop talking mortgages real quick. Chop and Steele, it's a great documentary. Fantastic with good documentaries this year.
See it.
Let's get to my final segment, Alan's allocations. I only watched one extra movie from Fantastic Fest, and I might try and get one more in before tomorrow.
You're going to allocate your utilities for your house.
For my mortgage. This was the Antares Paradox, which was definitely filmed during the pandemic because it's a one-character movie, and she's mostly talking to people on iPads and cell phones and stuff like that. But it was a very interesting movie. It really made me think. And it wanted me to pose the question to you guys.
Tell me.
What if you were granted one wish and you can only pick between these two things? Would you cure all cancer or have undeniable proof of extraterrestrial life in the universe?
I love that the setup, it sounds like you're doing Genie. You go one wish, but it has to be one of two things.
And the genie's being very specific about what you're going to be able to do.
He goes, it's A or B.
A or B. I can only
The
do two things.
salmon or the chicken.
What would you do, Paul, in that situation?
Undeniable proof of aliens?
Undeniable proof of intelligent life forms in other galaxies, yes.
In other galaxies?
Yeah, like, undeniable proof of aliens. Like, the answer to the question, is there life out there? Yes, now we know definitively that there is. Or all cancer on Earth is cured. Like that.
I think the one that would make more sense is the curing of cancer, but
Alan's shaking his head. No.
Because even if you know aliens exist, if they're in other galaxies, you can't even get to them. So what difference does it make, right?
You could start working towards getting to them, though, Paul. Don't you see?
And they might have the answer for cancer too. So that's something.
The answer for cancer.
It's
you
Miracle Whip.
You have to kiss us open mouth.
You have to kiss us on our butts. We have 6 butts.
You have to kiss us. Our lips are down here.
He's falling for it. He's going to do it. The human is going to do it.
Film it quick. Get your camera out. Do it.
Record it with our DV camera.
Get your iPhone out.
You only have DV cameras? We never evolved past DV.
What do you guys say, Shannon?
We have DVD minis.
Would you take the wish? Meet the aliens, give them a big kiss.
Turn the wish down. No wishes.
Say I don't want it. I go, these wishes are a trick. I just know
cancer. I got a mom that died of cancer. A. B. We're all more and more likely to get it every single day we live on this planet.
This plastic we're breathing, it's not good for us.
It's been around for a very long time. My guess would be we are more likely to, in our lifetimes, without a magic wish, we pretty much have proof of intelligent life, more or less already.
They're zipping and zapping all over the naval ships.
And as prevalent as these will be for the rest of our lives and all of the data mining and stuff, somebody's going to go, yeah, no, we found the file. We got them. It's right here. It's been here.
Don't waste your wish. We got it.
Yeah. Do the cancer thing. Use it for the cancer. That would be my guess. I think we're more likely in our lifetimes to have definitive proof of aliens on its own than cure cancer. So my wish would be to.
If you think about it,
I think
we are aliens.
Wow.
What if that was your wish and she just said, "Well, y'all are it. Y'all are the intelligent life."
Well, this is I'm making points from the movie.
Now this is a lady genie.
I thought you the picture looked like a lady. I don't know.
The people's genie.
It is a lady. This is kind of a point from the movie, but she at one point she said, and actually in the movie she's having this discussion via Zoom like we are now
with an alien.
The alien goes, "Kiss me."
Nudes. Send me nudes.
Like the discovery of a different extraterrestrial life forms in the galaxy would make us all realize that how like religion is bullshit. And like, why are we following governments? Like we just need to kind of come together as a species on Earth with everybody else to make it. Otherwise, we're never gonna survive. We're already on the brink, if you ask me.
We certainly did an alien episode of HiLo Cast, and I think that was our determined. It was certainly my take.
That was one of the first episodes, wasn't it?
I want to say that was Eric's first episode, wasn't it? About aliens and alien abduction. Episode 4.
We did Prey, and it was about what if a predator came to Earth.
We pitched Prey to each other 3 years before they made it and go, what?
It's caveman. It's about, he comes in, there's caveman times. No, Native Americans. Okay. I said caveman. And then I went off and did the crudes, and you guys.
You insisted they speak their English. English
no, but my point is, like, if we do have that discernible proof, doesn't society just kind of like crumble immediately? Like everything would fall apart, right?
Well,
guys, what do you think?
I think there is proof, and I mean, I think
it's out there.
I think it's there already.
But like more widely accepted, like an alien is like on. It's like CNN. Yeah, he's sitting down.
He's on the morning news eating a donut.
He's talking to Don Lemon in the mornings on CNN now.
Anderson Cooper, host of The Mole, Rockefeller adjacent son of the Vanderbilts. I'm sorry, and
he goes, "So you want me to kiss you?"
He goes,
There?
and I should kiss you where?
Where exactly?
He goes, this is New Year's Eve, sir. I'm busy.
Kathy Griffin won't leave me alone. He's
We
chucking
got
balls at my-
100 million aliens out here, out in Times Square. They're kissing each other.
Paul, what would be more realistic to you? Aliens coming from the sky, or the fact that aliens have been here for hundreds of years and we just didn't know it?
I think that's probably aliens have been here and we just didn't know it. We just can't. We're not capable of knowing them. Just like, you think about all the little bugs that you see every day. They don't know we're there, but we're there.
Those little guys.
We're so
Little ants,
we're
they
so
don't know
big
about
to them.
us.
Imagine a creature as big as we are to an ant. I mean, it would be
stomping.
And that's like a big creature. An ant's big. Think about the smaller ones.
Think about a bacterium. I mean, think about things that live on our skin. Like, what if we're just bugs on somebody's skin? Wow, think about that.
Isn't the argument the ocean? Isn't that? And Paul, that's a favorite film of yours that we all watched right
think
before.
about where you're born and and like how you don't have a choice where you're born. You're just born where you are.
What would it be like? There's so many aliens. How come one of us wasn't born as an ant? There's so many more ants than humans. There's so many more bugs.
There are billions more ants.
I was watching a podcast about this too.
It's crazy.
We're all a bunch of cells, but we all
Making a
came
podcast
from one cell, right?
Yeah.
And
one single
somehow
cell.
One star.
they all decided to build what we are right now, right?
Yeah, they decided we needed 10 digits.
Isn't that crazy? It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, that's always been my fascination with the free will fate debate, because Big Bang happens. If everything is predicted from the way those atoms go at that time, do we have any sort of free will? Is it all predestined?
Well, yeah, along those lines, let me ask you this. If we were to rewind and run it all again, would we get the same thing? Or
Now we're getting into simulation theory and string theory.
No, yeah. Are you telling me from the beginning of time? No, Kennedy survives.
Yeah.
Washington survives.
Washington
We
survives.
never go on the Judge Mathis show.
We're on Judge Judy. We choose Judy instead. She did reach out.
Interesting.
Our moms decided to go with us.
So instead of Chicago, we go to LA.
Think about that, Paul. Yeah, have we chosen differently? Your mom would have watched us on Judge Judy.
Before you, well, no, that's when we were living. That's when we were living with.
I'd like to think, if we rewinded 1,000,000 times, 40,000 times, y'all are on Judge Judy and she watches you. Maybe 50,000 times you're on that other lady. What's the other lady judge's name?
Sherry Shepherd show.
You're all on Shepherd. But we got the one with Mathers or whatever.
There's one reality.
You can't get his name right.
There's one version where Alan is Mario Batali on the Chew, and he doesn't get in trouble, but he still wears the Crocs.
I wear the Crocs, and I'm just the same, but I'm a nice guy. And I don't group any women.
He doesn't ask anybody to do anything weird.
I go, let me tickle you like the aliens do.
There's one where Bourdain's still alive.
Yeah, think about that.
We all want that one.
We don't like that one, you say?
We all want that one.
We all want that one.
We all do. True. And in that reality, we don't have to watch this Sunday Stanley Tucci discovering Italy. Season 3, he's back, baby.
They didn't need to finance that season because they still had
a bunch of old episodes of him walking around in Italy.
Wow, think about that. If you rewind it 100,000 times, Bill Cosby never gets in trouble. He's America's dad till the day he dies.
He never gets in trouble, or he never does this. He never does the thing that.
Well, that's maybe 150,000 times, and he doesn't.
He was so close. He was just about to start a new show. Think about that. Like there was going to be a new old man like Bill Cosby show where he was like Grandpa Bill Cosby.
Keenan was going to be on it, probably. Keenan's big move. Instead, he's on SNL
but not
for 20
Kel,
more years.
Think about it.
In this
Kel's
reality, Keenan and Kel never make up.
Think about it. Kel's on SNL doing adult ed from Good Burger.
And Keenan is, I don't know, on the Cosby Show, I guess.
Good Burger 2.
Keenan's on the Cosby Show reboot, I guess, for Bill's the grandpa. Listen, this has been the HiLo cast at Fantastic Fest.
We went to some interesting places.
We did. Towards the end, we really went some weird places, but I hope you enjoy these special episodes.
Just like the old episode.
I like
yeah.
it. And, you know, Fantastic Fest never dies. We might take a little hiatus here for a while, but we'll probably be back down sometime.
And I just want to apologize for what I said on the other episode. I
Go
won't say
on.
who it was about, but we got some letters, we got some calls, and I just want to say I'm sorry. I apologize.
You didn't realize what you were saying.
I didn't realize what I was saying. I thought it was a bit, and
You love the Funko Pop Corporation and everything they stand for.
Mm-hmm.
and we'll leave it at that.
All right. Until next time.